Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us here for another Weather Impact Show. I'm Meteorologist Aaron White.
And I'm Breana Albizu. Another good day for us. I would say better than yesterday.
Sure,
Had a lot of rain yesterday, so I think I will take what we got going on.
Yeah, it was an interesting morning. Yesterday we had all the rain. We had some amounts over an inch in some parts south of Columbus. Crashes, yep. And this morning, a little busy with the fog that we had too.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, I was telling Meredith early this morning, I'm noticing the pattern, especially in our area, more on the eastern and the southeastern side.
Yeah.
So Etna, I was talking about you guys all morning because it was looking really challenging out there on the roads for you.
Yeah, and what's been interesting is that all the fog where that developed was all the areas that had some of the heavier rain from yesterday. So the ground was saturated enough that we had that fog developing. So made it for an interesting morning. Thankfully, that's clearing out here today. And we actually got some sunshine out there here this afternoon. So things are looking much brighter, but it's also going to be a little bit on the toasty side here today.
Well, it is summer, right?
It is summer, so it's to be expected as we are talking about some pretty warm temperatures. But let's go into our 10 weather impact forecast here. Over the next several hours, temperatures are going to be into the mid to upper 80s. There will be some clouds around, but I think we'll also get some sunshine here as we go through the rest of today. But clouds are going to be on the increase later on, and we are going to be talking about some rain showers coming in here late tonight, well after midnight. And more showers and even some thunderstorms are in our forecast here as we go into the day tomorrow. But as we talk about our forecast here for today, well, temperatures are going to be pretty warm. We're calling for a high right around 88 degrees under a partly cloudy sky. Winds not too bad out of the south, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So if you are going to be heading out on the water, not talking about any chop, but it is going to be pretty warm. And with the sunshine, of course, the UV index will be on the higher side here for today. If we get some clouds rolling in, not going to be as bad. But even if you're out, even if there are some clouds, you can still get a sunburn. So do apply that sunscreen if you are going to be outside here for a while for today. As we talk about the forecast, though, really what we're talking about for impacts here going through the next several days is going to be some more scattered showers and some thunderstorms coming in here going into tomorrow, and we're going to keep those chances around even as we head into the day on Thursday and Friday. So just be aware of that. Just be alert that we are talking about some storms in the forecast and really not tracking severe weather with this, but some heavy downpours are going to be expected, maybe some gusty winds, and really I think the bigger concern is because we've had so much rain in some areas over the last couple of weeks, the ground is saturated enough that any more rain could lead to some areas of flash flooding. Actually had that happen here yesterday, back on Monday, in Athens County, where we had some torrential rainfall 1 to 3 inches, did lead to some flash flooding. So that would be, again, a concern here for Wednesday, Thursday, and even into our Friday. As we're talking about those rain chances on the higher side, starting tomorrow, up to 70% chance, and they do linger, unfortunately, even into the weekend. Now, I don't think the weekend's going to be a total washout, but there will likely be a few scattered showers and some storms. So if you have any weekend plans already, if they're going to be outside, don't cancel them. Just keep in mind the forecast that we are tracking the chance for some scattered showers and storms. But as mentioned, the weekend not a washout, so there will be some time when it is dry here on Saturday and Sunday. Going through the hour by hour forecast here for today, we are going to be seeing some sunshine, but there will still be some clouds rolling through the area. However, we're not tracking any rain for the rest of today. So the good news there, we are going to start to see more clouds coming in here tonight. And then here we go by 7 a.m. tomorrow, 8 a.m. tomorrow. We actually have a few scattered showers developing on the radar around central Ohio, around Columbus, back towards the south and east. And that's going to be quick. More of the active weather is going to happen during the afternoon. Here we are at lunchtime tomorrow. We got scattered showers around, and notice we actually get some thunderstorms developing, and we could actually see more than one round of storms here as we go through tomorrow. And then for Thursday, even more scattered showers and storms, and that could bring additional heavy rainfall across central Ohio. And this is one of our projections, one of our computer projections showing how much rain could fall over the next several days through early Friday morning. And notice some of the amounts, anywhere from a half an inch up to 3 inches of rainfall, not out of the question. Now, these are not going to be the exact amounts that fall in each of these locations. This is a projection, but just to show you how much rain we could actually see is up to 2 to 3 inches in some locations, and that of course would lead to that potential for some flash flooding, especially if they fall in some of the areas that have already seen so much rainfall here in the last couple of weeks. So it is a lot that we're gonna have to watch here over the course of the next several days. But if you are thinking about getting out to maybe play some golf here, today is gonna be a nice day. Tomorrow and going into Thursday, maybe not so much. But here's our forecast for today. We'll see partly cloudy skies this afternoon, mix of clouds and sunshine, wind south at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and should get to a high temperature right around 88 degrees. So on the warmer side, and of course when you factor in the humidity, our dew points are up into the low 70s here today. It's probably going to be feeling like it's closer to 90. So typical summer weather, but still on the toasty side here for today. Going into tomorrow, temperatures do drop just a tad as we got those showers and storms in the forecast, and more storms in the forecast here for Thursday. I think we'll get up to about 88 degrees right before those storms arrive, and that's going to, of course, cool us down, and we'll see high temperatures back into the mid 80s here going into the weekend. And of course, we'll watch that chance for scattered showers and a few storms here on Saturday and Sunday. Not a washout, thankfully, but after that, we are tracking some drier conditions here by Monday. High temperatures back to around 86 degrees. And hopefully we don't see too much rain here over the course of the next few days, because there's already been a problem here across Ohio with some of those, flash flood warnings that we saw here yesterday around Athens County. And we don't really want to have to deal with that again.
I know, we were looking at those expected rainfall totals, got me a little nervous, especially just noticing it just yesterday on the morning show. So it could be bad. We're hoping for a better outcome with that, but we do know there is the sun is going to be coming out after all this rain. That is
so the brighter side will help to dry things up, but it's still something we'll be tracking. Your 10 Weather Impact team will be watching that here over the course of tomorrow through Thursday and Friday. If we get some heavy rainfall, of course, we'll let you know. Absolutely.
So those are obviously our local impacts when it comes to the forecast. We also have some local impacts when it comes to the roads here. So I do want to take a closer look here at some things going on, especially for folks over in Delaware County, especially if you take 315, a very busy area anyways. We are noticing some road impacts that are going to be happening. They started yesterday and will be continuing for quite a while. So again, a good reminder for you, again, if you're taking this area, this is by Orange Township here. So 315, a part of it between Orange Road and 750 will be closed. It started yesterday on Monday, and it will be closed for 28 days for drainage improvements. So a good heads up there. We do have a detour just in case you like to take this for especially a morning commute here. Take Orange Road instead. Hop on down, all the way towards more of a eastern direction to US 23. Head down south there. Then take 750, and then you can hop on 315. And obviously you can take this in reverse as well. But this isn't the only project. I think this is what a lot of the impacts we're looking at here. We have another closure just north of this area. So this is over by Lewis Center. So 315 and Hyatt's Road, that intersection was also closed starting yesterday. This will be for 40 days because of the roundabout construction that crews are going to be working on. So pretty good there. Good news here, but not when it comes to your detours. We have a couple that we want to mention here real quick. So if you're taking 315, you want to continue on that direction, just take 23 instead. Head on down south again, 750. That will be your best friend here. Take that instead, and then hop on to 315 for your best alternate route. Now, if you want to go to Hyatt's Road, it's going to look a little bit different here. Still take 23 as you see here. Hop onto Home Road instead, then Liberty, then head north to Hyatt's or reverse. You can definitely do that. But again, I wanted to make sure you knew the detours here. Obviously, we have a lot of people that take this route for their morning commute and different things like that. Again, these projects will be going on. The first one, 28 days, the other one, 40 days. So we want to make sure you know way in advance these detours. Again, good improvements. We like to see these on our roadways here, but will cause a little bit of backups and delays possibly.
Yeah, I mean, it's it happens every summer, right? It's construction season, of course, but it's good to get those projects done and make those improvements here, even though they take a little bit of time. But it's still a good thing once they're all done and everyone can be driving smoothly.
Just a little heads up for you.
And also happening here today, so some unfortunate news. We talked about this for a while. The floods in Texas. Today is now the start of day 12 for crews searching for 160 people still missing in Texas after those devastating floods. There was a temporary stop in all search and recovery efforts when a new storm system swept through the area, bringing some more rainfall. Now volunteers have to work tirelessly to find victims, and the governor says people from all over the country have joined search efforts. Officials say the road to recovery is likely going to be a long one.
How long is it going to take? Who knows? I think we'll still go strong for another month or two, up to maybe 6 months, winding down as we move on.
And a special session of the state legislature is set to begin next Monday, according to Texas Governor Greg Abbott. It will focus on flood warning systems, emergency communications, and relief funding for flood victims. So a lot of stuff happening, of course, in Texas. It's been unfortunate how much rain has been falling there across the hill country northwest of Austin and San Antonio. And something else with our storms that we've been talking about here locally, well, there's been a lot of storm activity in Florida as well, and lightning actually caused an issue in Florida at Tampa International Airport. Airport leaders say a lightning strike forced passengers to evacuate a southwest plane headed for Fort Lauderdale. Emergency crews saw the smoke in front of the plane and the jetway. Everyone was able to deplane. Nobody was injured, and the plane is, of course, out of service, but to be inspected and get the maintenance underway for that. But still kind of a scary sight to have to see a lightning strike hitting a plane like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have family in Fort Lauderdale, so when you hear especially that it happened, like heading towards that area, it's just a little concerning.
Yeah, definitely so. But something also that's been interesting, we talked about this yesterday.
We did. We talked about this one. SpaceX's Dragon capsule, remember that? Well, it returned to Earth this morning. That's some pretty good news, right? Well, veteran astronaut Peggy Whitson and a multinational crew of rookie flyers returned to Earth early this morning at about 5:31 a.m. Eastern Time, wrapping up a 20-day private space flight that marked the first visit to the ISS for the nations of India, Poland, and Hungary, and the first time either country has sent someone to space in more than 40 years. About 60 scientific studies were conducted during the mission, which spent 18 days docked to the space station. The sky was illuminated by the glowing streak you see right there of the SpaceX Dragon capsule, while on its ways to splash down near San Diego. That is pretty cool. I would love to, I wish I obviously was able to see it in person, right? But I mean, history made there.
Yeah, and a good thing that everything went smoothly with the mission and stuff. And Meredith loves talking about space. I do as well.
Experts.
So yeah, it's always cool to see those missions, take off, of course, and then learn about what the mission is actually doing.
Exactly.
But especially for this one, getting people from different countries that haven't been in space for more than 40 years.
History in the making, and as you mentioned, everyone returned safely.
Yeah.
Biggest part there. So that's good to see.
Yeah, definitely some good news. And we're going to be following some more of those stories here, of course, as we continue to do these weather impact shows here at 2 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday. But that's going to do it for us here today. And coming up later on tonight, Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz will be in at 4, 5, and 6 for more weather updates. And until then, you can catch more news and weather online at 10tv.com. Have a great afternoon.